Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Before we start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below and subscribe to the channel. Join the family for more awesome content. Let's go on our investing journey together. So today I'm going to be making another video about Luckin Coffee. I know that generally people do like Luckin Coffee stock. It's very popular, but I wanted to talk about more how Luckin Coffee can actually recover from here and where's the future of the actual company itself. I've made two previous videos about Luckin Coffee. If you want to go check them out, they're in my channel. But with that being said, so a lot of people have been talking about Luckin Coffee. You know, you have a lot of bulls on Luckin Coffee, but you also have a lot of bears on Luckin Coffee. I mean, to be honest, it's fair to be a bull and it's fair to be a bear, right? Both sides have very good arguments. Obviously, I tend to be a little bit more bullish on Luckin Coffee. That's obviously just my opinion, guys. You don't have to follow what I do. Everything I say on my channel is not financial advice. It's just my personal recommendation. But on top of all that, you know, Luckin Coffee does have a lot of stuff going for it. I know it got hit with a huge accounting fraud. It fabricated a lot of its sales and stuff like that. But, you know, people generally tend to look at the negative. I mean, basically anything negative that's happened to the stock or the actual company itself has happened. So me saying it, the only worst thing that could happen to the company is bankruptcy, which I personally don't see that happening. I just personally think that, you know, the stock only has to basically go up from here. As you guys see, it is up 17% today, which is pretty good. But I want to go over three things that can, you know, actually help Luckin Coffee turn itself around and, you know, kind of catch investors' eye again. Obviously, gaining the investors' trust back, guys, is going to be a lot of work for the company. It's not hard to recover after fraud. People have done it. Companies have done it. Waste Management, General Electric, Wells Fargo, and all those other companies have recovered from fraud, and they're doing all pretty well, which is super surprising. It does go to show that, you know, companies can recover from fraud. So, three things that Luckin Coffee needs to do. We're going to start with number one, guys, is one, they need to sweep the management right away. See, the thing is, guys, if, you know, after this whole accounting fraud scheme kind of broke loose, even people were saying that you need to clean the management. Why? Because people are no longer going to trust the people in charge. The best way to tackle it is just to sweep the management, the CEO, the COO, the VP, and all that stuff. I know they got rid of the CEO and stuff like that, but I mean, I'm talking a full clean sweep of management, and they need to hire new management because obviously the old management wasn't doing a good job. So I personally think a clean sweep of management and getting in new people will be better for the company in the short run and in the long run because, you know, it gives a chance for Luckin Coffee to make things right, and it gives a chance for these new managers and the new management to make things right. The second thing Luckin Coffee needs to do, guys, it needs to drop audited financials. Now, I know a lot of people say that audited financials won't help the current situation, but hear what I have to say. A lot of people say, oh, audited financials isn't going to make that big of a deal. But the thing is, it might not make a big deal in the short run, but it will in the long run, and here's why. See, the thing is, no one really knows if the company is profitable or not. Obviously, with the fabricated sales, no one really knows, you know, if the company is actually making money or not. But if we actually got released financials that showed that the company is making money, we can make a better judgment from here on out whether the company is actually going to be profitable in the future. Now, let's say, for example, that the company was making money even before the fraud. That shows that the company is profitable, and that shows that it has room to grow. Obviously, it's not spreading as fast because it's not getting as much, you know, money from investors to actually be able to expand as fast as it used to. But if, like I said, if the company shows that it's actually profitable, it shows that it has a long-term sustainable business model. Now, branding yourself as the Starbucks of China, it looks good for the brand itself. Obviously, this brand is temporarily tarnished. I do feel like they can turn it around. But on top of all that, if they actually showed that they're making money, this is a very good sign for the company. It's a very good sign that the company is not going anywhere. And it's also a good sign that the company isn't going bankrupt. Because being profitable opens up to a lot of possibilities. It could be bought out. It shows that the company is not going to go bankrupt. And it looks a lot more appealing to investors. And the third thing that I recommend for Luckin Coffee to be able to turn itself around and actually recover is keep investors in the loop. And this is something that Luckin Coffee does not do. I know there's probably reasons behind on why they don't do it. But the thing is, you know, you invest in a stock. If you look at Tesla, you look at all these big companies, they release news every day. If they're in a lawsuit, you know, if they're filing another IPO, if they're selling shares, or whatever the case, guys, you know, they drop news on a consistent basis. It doesn't have to be daily. it doesn't even have to be weekly, but even like monthly news to just keep investors on what's in the loop. Oh, we hired this as our new CEO and stuff like that. It could actually help the brand of the company, because not only are you showing that you're sweeping the management, but you're also keeping investors in the loop of actually what's going on. I know investors have been left in the dark a lot ever since the company's, fraud came out. And I honestly, personally don't think it's a smart idea. Yes, it is arguable that it could be smart on some forefronts, but at the same time, you want to keep investors in the loop on what's actually going on. Releasing some financials would help, and just a bunch of other stuff that would actually, keep investors invested. A lot of the people stopped investing in Luckin Coffee, obviously after the fraud, but later on, because the company doesn't release any information. They keep investors in the dark, and I just personally don't recommend that. I do feel like Luckin Coffee can turn it around by just implicating these three things. Obviously, I'm just one person, so obviously they're probably not going to listen to what I have to say. But from my general standpoint, I feel like if Luckin Coffee implemented these three things, the stock has a better chance of recovery. And on top of all that, the stock actually has a better chance of making money in the long run, because it's hard to expand at the same rate with no investors, right? A lot of companies do take money from investors to be able to expand as fast as they do. I feel like if Luckin Coffee can find a way to implement all three, then the company can head it on its way back to recovery. But with that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of Luckin Coffee. Would you invest in Luckin Coffee? Do you think Luckin Coffee can recover? Thank you, guys. Have a great day.